Okay, so the last time I left you, I was telling you about this mechanism that was going to be installed. And Cameron has 3D printed, these are semi-finalist parts, right? They're not the parts you're going to use. He's been testing some parts. There's this one over here, this gray thing. But this, this track here is going to be, and the stepper motor over here will pull the garage door up and down.
Yes.
Correct?
Very good.
All right. And Cameron said that he wanted to move the stepper motor over to the other side of where it is, because the flip top part is going to open this way, and he just thought he'd have more room, right?
Yeah, so exactly. So you're on the side where the door will be, so I thought it might be better. It's a very small thing, so it probably doesn't really matter, but I'm going to actually mirror this and put the motor on this side, just so if I'm having to reach in to mess with the robot or do something, it'll just give me a little bit more room, and it's not really critical, but since I'm going to have to reprint the part anyway, I might as well do that. And I'm going to make a couple of minor changes. This little part here where I have that's helping to support the motor, I'm going to move that out some. And then I have to put little flanges at the bottom to actually screw it to that piece of wood.
Okay, because right now it's just resting?
Yep, right now it's just sitting there.
Okay. So you are mid-print with these parts?
Well, I just started printing this other one, so I made a couple I changed it to where I put a little flange at the bottom.
Okay.
So I can screw it down that piece of wood. But I'm now printing the final, hopefully the final actual piece that will go here.
Okay.
And then I still have to do the design modifications to this one.
Okay.
And print it, but I'll start doing that.
So you're gonna take that little ledge that looks to be halfway under, almost halfway under the stepper motor, and you're gonna pull that out further so that it has a better support.
Yeah, it's just to provide some support. There's actually going to be 4 bolts that go all the way through this to hold that motor on.
Okay.
So you see these holes.
Okay.
There's bolts that are going to go through there. So it's going to be pretty well attached. But I just put this here to provide a little bit of support because it's, you know, it's the weight of this motor is trying to twist this whole thing. So
okay. So yeah, it would make sense to pull that out farther.
Yep. So
okay.
So I'll do that, and then I have these parts that I think I kind of showed before, and they're close to being final. I'm not sure if I'll print many more, but this part attaches onto this little sled.
Okay. Why? What is that?
So this is a linear rail. So it's a ball bearing that is linear instead of round.
Okay.
So it slides back and forth on little balls.
All right.
And so there's a belt that will go around the motor. Around this that attaches to this.
So it's kind of like the belts on the laser for the gantry.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then, so this piece will fit onto this slider. Actually, I'll do it this way so you can see on that side. And then this alarm will fit onto that. And then this other little piece will fit at the bottom of this arm and attach to the door. So all of this will link together.
And attached to the white garage door?
Yeah, to the garage door,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And so then when the stepper motor turns and pulls the belt, it'll move this slider, which will pull on this arm and will open and close the door.
So how will you attach that to the door?
With glue.
I knew you were going to say that. Cameron has a lot of faith in glue, and I do not. But
well, if you use the right glue for the right application, it works very well.
So you say. All right. So, okay. So again, nothing pretty again this weekend, which is very disappointing to me, although I understand that the nuts and bolts and guts of this are the only reason it'll work.
Yeah. And it's all custom and all, you know, I'm not a mechanical engineer, so I'm figuring it out as I go along.
You're not?
No.
No? Just what, electrical and aerospace, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, so what'll happen next weekend? Will we have anything pretty?
I believe we will have stuff pretty next weekend. I'm hoping to have all of this together. I still have the electronics to work on, so those may not be done next weekend, but I hope to have all the mechanics stuff here on the door
Okay.
put together, and then siding, we should have that painted. And
Yeah, we have a gorgeous weekend this weekend. I'm sure the neighbors love me shooting their car. But we have no paint.
yeah,
And you need to buy more hardware. There are actually screws that my husband does not have to finish this project, which if you knew how many different kinds of screws he has and these special containers he has for all of his hardware imported from where? Germany or something where they make these
all the
things?
containers were from Germany. They have a version that's sold in the US,
Okay.
but you just don't know how many different screws there are. And I have screws, like the screws to hold the stepper motor on.
Yeah.
I have screws that are the right size and diameter, but they're not long enough. So I've got to get longer screws. I actually probably have screws that will hold the linear rail on, but I don't have the T-nuts to go in the aluminum to attach them to. So I've got to get those. Same thing, I need a bolt that's long enough to go through here. These are just sitting here to kind of hold it in place for the moment. So yes, there are some screws and bolts. And
Missing
nuts
screws.
I still need.
All right, so tell us this. This project has been ongoing for I don't know how many weeks yet, and we still have ways to go. Is this taking longer than you thought? Is it on track?
It's taking a little longer than I thought.
A little longer?
Probably about 50% more.
50%. That's a lot more to me. Okay. But
Right. How much longer is it taking than you thought?
I really thought we'd be done by now.
I kind of thought we might be done by now too, but I mean, the siding will go on quick and will make a huge difference. The roof still has to be done, trim has to be done, windows have to be done, so there's still a lot to do.
So we have what, another like 10 months in front of us?
We'll probably be done by winter. And
By winter?
we won't need it till next year.
Okay. But at least the lawn has been getting mowed.
Yes.
So what is this, the third time we've run it?
The second full time.
Second full time?
We did run it a little bit to practice and play around with.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So this is like the second real full mowing.
Okay. And it is doing it. So there's that. That's
Yeah,
good.
You seem a lot happier this time than you did the first time.
I am happier this time. So that works. All right. So you do think there will be something pretty to look at next weekend by Sunday night?
I think so, yeah.
You think so? It doesn't sound like a complete commitment. If you guys knew him the way I know him, that is still in question. But we'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Well, thank you for showing us what you're doing and how it's coming along. And is there anything you want to tell anybody who is building one of these? No, not right now.
Not yet.
Okay. Not anything like don't do it. No.
No.
Okay. All right. Till next time.